my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. This is Katie, and if you're new here, hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're back, of course, welcome back to you as well. Tonight we're actually going to be doing a WIP and Chat together, but I'm going to be starting off with doing kind of like a re-kitting up thing that I promise I will explain. And I'll give you all the stats on everything like after I've taken care of this. But this came in today and I wasn't expecting it until Friday. But just some really like silly things happened with with kitting up a different kit, and I had to like pull containers from this one because I don't know, for whatever reason, I just seem to run out of the tiny containers the fastest. So I'm going to be fixing this up. Otherwise, I'm going to have just a real headache with working on this kit. Just, you know, bear with me, you guys. It has kind of been a week, to be completely honest with you. So I'm just gonna take a little deep breath. We're gonna dive into this. Okay, so I will start by asking, how are you doing tonight? I hope that you're doing very well. It is currently, it's Tuesday evening, and I'm filming this to go up on, well, tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning. And I do want to apologize that if I threw any of you off by not having a WIP and Chat for you Monday, like I usually do. So since I did a live with my friend Bev on Sunday, which if you didn't have the chance to join us then, and you haven't watched the replay yet, I definitely suggest going and checking out the replay because we had a lot of fun, and the live chat is up now. So I saw a couple of comments on there from people that were like, I'm trying to rewatch, you know, watch the replay, but the chat isn't there. I know, I'm really sorry. This is just like a quirk of YouTube. Like the live chat sometimes doesn't go up until like 24 hours after the live ends. But anyway, a huge thank you to Bev again for joining me. And a huge thank you to you guys for all the really kind words. That was my very first time doing a live with my face. And by that I mean like 95% of the time, not let's be real, 99% of the time here on my channel, you're just gonna see the hands, like the magic fingers or whatever. Spirit fingers, magic fingers, spirit fingers. But I had been wanting to try to do a live where I was actually like showing my face on the camera for a while, and I know Bev had does that on her channel where some weeks she goes live with the overhead camera like this, and sometimes she goes live face to face. So I thought, well, I'll share my face when I'm like in a live where I'm not by myself. So we kind of pulled that live together last minute, and you know, there's something that's kind of nerve-wracking about actually putting your face out there, because I almost feel like it opens you up for a little bit more judgment, I suppose, where like when you're just showing your hands, like you can critique my nails and hands all day, but there's something about showing your face that I think is a lot more vulnerable, and yeah. So, but no, it was fun, and I'd love to do it again. And you just want to take a minute to talk briefly about, we'll call it live etiquette, and just comment etiquette in general. In this particular live on Sunday, that was the most people that have ever been in one of my lives before. And I blamed Bev. I said, you drew in quite the crowd. And it was so much fun. But to be totally honest, I absolutely was not able to completely keep up with the live chat the way that I wanted to. I felt kind of flustered because it was just going really fast. I know I was missing comments. I was also trying to chat with Bev. So I guess part one of this little conversation we'll have is just an apology that if you had commented during the live and I did not see it, I do want to apologize. Like, I went back and actually rewatched the live with the live chat along with it just to see what I had missed, and there were so many comments that I missed and specific questions. And so if you were one of those people who I didn't acknowledge your question or your comment, I am sorry. It was just so fast paced. I promise it was not even remotely personal at all. And if you had a question in there, you can leave it in the comment of this video even, and I promise I'll respond. So, there was just a little something else that I noticed when I was watching the live chat that I had gotten just a little sense for it when we were actually live and tried to handle it in the moment. But, okay, live etiquette, part one. Generally speaking, it's kind of rude to go into someone's live and then start talking about another person's channel or your own channel. That's called self-promotion. Here's the thing though, like so let me give this a little bit more context. I'm the first person to, I actually had meant to do this in the past live, but usually I'm the first person to say like, hey, if you've got an Instagram account for diamond painting, or if you've got an Etsy shop, or if you've got a diamond painting YouTube channel, like now's, a time, go ahead and share that below. But there were a couple of times when people were like in the chat and saying like, have you checked out so-and-so? Her channel is so great. Like, go and check her out. And the thing is, it was coming from some people that were already like kind of, how can I put it? Stirring up trouble. Like very, very, very intentionally. There was just a lot of negativity during a portion of that live chat. So here's the thing. People don't come into a live, at least not my lives. I don't do my lives to like have a bunch of arguments and like bashing diamond painting companies and stuff like that in the comments. Like, that's just the live chat. That's just not enjoyable for anyone. And it's different if like it's sort of on topic for what we're talking about, but just it kept coming back to that. So I've always been the person that like I get told I'm like, kind of like a box of kittens is the phrase that my friends have used to describe me. I can be nice to a fault, and I've literally like never banned someone from a live chat or like put them on or asked my mods to put them in a timeout or anything like that. Because I so badly want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I certainly don't want to like silence opposing opinions or anything like that. But it just got to a point where it was distracting and it was not enjoyable. And then like there were one or two comments in there that if I had seen them when they happened, I would have been like, okay, mods, like let's go ahead and just remove this person from the chat. Like my channel is not a place where if you're looking to stir up trouble or drama, like my channel is not the place for it. We're all here because I'm here because I enjoy this hobby. I adore the community here and getting to know all of you. I'm not here for like a complaint session or to like be criticized either, because that kind of happened too. That was strange. Anyway, so I guess I'm sort of just trying to figure out like, okay, so am I, where is the line? Like, where do I go? Okay, let's go ahead and remove this person so that we can have like an enjoyable hangout together. And I just feel really funny about that. But really, like 98% of the people that were in there were lots of fun, were very pleasant, and made it for a really, really fun live together. So Okay, I guess that's something I just feel really funny about, and that's why I'm giving you a whole long-winded explanation. I sort of feel like I feel like I'm sort of going through some maybe like growing pains as a channel, where like I've had more trolls and like negativity in even my comment section lately, and it just, this week it kind of hit hard, if I'm being just really vulnerable and authentic with you. And it kind of came in combination with some other things, but I just was taking some of these really negative comments to heart, and just kind of started a cycle of like really intrusive thoughts, and like, you know, I say the usual, that's so sad, but like the kinds of things like, oh, like you're garbage, like you shouldn't have a YouTube channel, like me saying that to myself, like, you know, like you're so, like, why are you doing this? You're so bad at this, like, or you're, you know, a terrible person and shouldn't be, like, how presumptuous of you to just have a channel and be, you know, making these videos and putting yourself out there. Like, I don't know, that was really, that's sort of, I guess, the very raw words of, I guess, just how I was kind of feeling this week. So sorry if that got a little deep, but like, yeah, it was just kind of not that one. It's just been kind of a roller coaster of a week. I need to learn to be okay with deleting comments that are either from trolls or from people that are just looking to be sour or be negative. I'm not going to make everyone happy, and I need to be okay with that. Again, I think this is sort of just growing pains, like both as a channel and as a content creator myself. And I hope I can get there sooner rather than later, so that I can then just not have that bugging me in the back of my head, and just being able to focus on creating really good content for you guys, and more importantly, just focusing on engaging with those of you that are the grand majority of you who are so kind and so sweet, and the exact reason why I even do this in the first place. So all this to say, it was kind of a tough week, between just some of the negativity in the live and then in some comments, and bouncing back from that. Let's see. In happier news. I am really, really grateful for all of you that have been participating in our Old Masters event, which, if you aren't familiar, if you didn't know, I am in the midst of co-hosting my very, very first event with Jessica over at Tiny Worlds of Wonder. We're doing an event that's all centered around the Old Masters, and it's called Summer with the Masters. And I know if you've been watching my channel for a while, you've heard me do this same description and spiel quite often, but I just like to share for those of you that might be new. I have had a lot of new faces lately and don't want to forget you. Anyway, I will be sure to link to the playlist below if you're interested in finding out more about the event. But I am really thoroughly enjoying everyone that's been sharing over on Instagram. The pieces that they're working on, it's making me want to order all of the things. And so that I'm trying to focus on the fun stuff that's been going on like that. I am looking forward to Jessica's video this week. That should be fun. And no, not that one. We're still doing weekly giveaways, so be sure to check out those videos. We have some really we've already given away some fun prizes, and we have more to come. I am already getting a little bit nervous for my next topic. So this upcoming Saturday is Jessica's week, and then the following Saturday is my week. We're alternating. My topic for that week, which this was decided like before all of the kind of more recent drama and hullabaloo with the company that, anyway, about licensing artwork, because I know a lot of people have been sharing about that and doing videos on that lately. But like months ago, when Jessica and I were planning out the calendar for this event, I had told her that I was really keen to do a video on ethics and why we care about things like if artwork is licensed or not. The thing is that whenever creators post videos on this topic, there tends to be a little bit of backlash because some people have really strong feelings about it. And so I'm feeling just a little bit nervous, like I need to gear myself up for and prep for that particular video. But I hope I will be able to approach it in such a way that's sensitive to the different situations that people might be in, but at the same time is not compromising like the ethics of only purchasing licensed artwork. So send some positive thoughts my way for that, please. But it's not something I've ever personally talked about on my channel, and it's such an important topic that even though any number of other creators have talked about it, I still feel like it's something that I want to put out there, especially because this is what our series has been centering around. Like, and if you've been following Jessica's channel and or my channel for like a hot second, like it will not shock you that only purchasing licensed artwork and fairly compensating the artist, like it won't at all shock you that those are things that are incredibly important to both of us. So, other things that have been going on. This morning, this is Tuesday morning, I put up my video of my unboxing of my kit from Diamond Painting Deutschland. I am so excited that I got that kit in, and if you saw that video, I'm sure you heard it in my voice, like how excited I was. So, I will, I'll tell you more in just a second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Really quick, I finished doing the changeover that I needed to do, so let me go ahead and start diamond painting and tell you about all of the things that I'm doing. So, I'm working on Celestial Dreams, which is a Randall Spangler kit from Diamond Art Club. It's quite large. It's a square. I have a little bit of regret about starting this one when I did, just because it's just kind of a large project to have going right now, but that's okay. I'm using lots of new things tonight. So I am using, this is my first pen and definitely not my last because it is beautiful. This is my first pen from C'est Plus Beau à Tours, which is a French company. And they have a Facebook group where they do drops almost daily, not quite, where you can enter for whatever blanks you're interested in getting, and they do a random comment picker. I believe that they make their own blanks, maybe. This one I think has like pine cones or something in it, and some of them have like cinnamon in them, and so the pens smell like cinnamon. This one doesn't smell like cinnamon, but I thought it was really pretty, and I was lucky enough to grab one of these in one of the random draws. I am using, this just came in yesterday, and I'm really stoked about it. So this is a skinny metal placer. I'm not going to say it's stainless steel because I'm actually not sure whether it is, but this is a skinny one that I've seen a couple of people post about now. It's from a store on AliExpress called the Sleepy Cat Store, which is like an adorable name, by the way. But this is the first time I've seen the larger skinny metal multi-placers. I have some of the original stainless steel tips and multi-placers from not Uniquely Yours, from Everlasting Tips. But they are a little bit on the wider side, and I've shared before about how much I vastly prefer the multi-placers that are skinnier. It just works so much better for my style of multi-placing, and I go through the plastic ones, like I just wear them down really quickly, and so I thought, well, maybe I'll try these skinny ones. The largest one they had was the 9-placer, but anyway, I'll let you guys know how I'm feeling about it. I've been using it for a day and have liked it so far. This is my brand new, this just came in today, my latest tray from Unimade, which is my favorite tray company right now just because I love the size of the trays and they work really, really well for me with drills. This color is mustard, and no, it's not my normal color palette, but I don't have anything like it, and I really liked it. So this is what I have. I'm using Not Your Mama's Mud in my single placer and Quake Old Museum Putty in my multi-placer. I think I covered all of it. Okay, let me pull this back and we'll diamond paint and chat. Okay, so my Josephine Wall kit came in, and if you haven't watched the unboxing, you're welcome to. I had a lot of fun with it. And so that kit has even more colors than Magical Merry-Go-Round, which was, did I not cut this? What is happening? Maybe I didn't cut that. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's been a day. It's been a day. Okay. I thought I cut this earlier actually, but that's okay. Cut it down here. Anyway, okay. So, okay, all over the place here. So I worked on Magical Merry-Go-Round, which is a kit from the same company as the one that I unboxed and put up this morning. The company is called Diamond Painting Deutschland, which is Germany. And they are known for, well, they're kind of their characteristic is they have these really, really large Josephine Wall canvases. Yes, they are licensed. Josephine Wall is licensed to multiple different companies, actually. And so they're known for being both very large canvases as well as lots of color, like a lot of color. The one that I had worked on and completed, Magical Merry-Go-Round, had 225 colors or 220 colors, and Spirit of Flight, which is the one that I just got, has 275 colors. The good news is that to me the canvas looks like it was printed much more clearly. The symbols are a lot more legible. I was a lot more careful of how I unboxed it, so hopefully I'm not going to have the glue issues that I had with Magical Merry-Go-Round. All around, I'm excited about it. And my Spirit of Flight from Diamond Art Club is scheduled to come on Friday. I mentioned in the unboxing just kind of the wildness of the timing of this. I had been keeping an eye out on Diamond Painting Deutschland's website for a couple of months, actually, waiting for Spirit of Flight to restock, and Gilbert over there had told me it would probably be mid to late May. So when it finally did restock, I ordered it immediately. That was like one of those things where it was like waiting that long, like being forced to wait that long, really at least confirmed for me that it wasn't going to be like an impulse thing. It was like, no, I actually really, really, really want to work on that piece and do another one of these just ridiculous projects. And so I ordered that, and they changed their shipping method, where before it had taken me a month or two to get my kit from overseas because they sent it on a boat. But their new shipping method is DHL Express. I think it's whatever like Diamond Shop uses. And it was like I ordered on Monday and it was here on Friday. So I'm excited for that. And I got an email saying it was out for delivery on Friday, like mid-morning. And then like an hour or two later, like Diamond Art Club put up their last preview of the week, and it was Spirit of Flight. And I was like, it is meant to be. I am going to get both of these. I'm going to complete both of them and do like a comparison and like overall review of these. I'm so stoked. I am so stinking excited. I think it's going to take me, I don't know. It depends. I do not want to burn out. So I'm going to take breaks and put that canvas up whenever I need to. My guess is that it's going to take me 6 months to a year. it depends. I have a really huge project coming in from Heaven and Earth Designs as well. So it kind of depends on how anxious I am to get into that one when it arrives. I like big, like grand scale projects. But let me get to the part where I explain why I had to do that like weird kit up change here at the beginning of the video. So over the past few days, I have been working on kitting up Spirit of Flight. Yes, I filmed a video where I did like an intro, like before I actually started kitting up, and talked about what I thought my process would be and what I learned from working on Magical Merry-Go-Round that I thought I would apply to this kit and all of that. And then I time-lapsed the whole process of kitting up. And you guys, I burned out hard. I burned out so hard on kitting up that kit because I sort of, I guess, went into it with this false expectation that I'd be able to do it in one night, like one long late night like I had with Magical Merry-Go-Round. But that didn't happen, and not just because there were 50-ish more colors to this one. It took me 2 nights to kit up, like to get out of the baggies, and that was working for like 3 hours each night, 2 to 3 hours each night. Once I finally finished getting everything out of the baggies and had things into containers, and I used multiple different storage systems with how I thought it was going to work, I looked at everything and tried rearranging everything and playing with it, and I was like, this is not exactly how I want this to be kitted up. I need to make this a little bit more just organized in a way that I know is going to work better for my brain. So I tried to change things. You'll see all of this in the time lapse, by the way. I messed around with it a couple of different times that night and finally decided, like, okay, this is not going to work the way that I want it to with the storage kits that I have. So I am going to go and pick up, I saw that Joann's had in stock. It's under a different brand name, but it was a set. It was the same set that I just opened for you guys. It's the Elizabeth Ward style set, but with 82 of the small containers. That was the key. So I needed more of the small containers. I didn't have enough of that exact size in the Elizabeth Ward containers that I own. I needed more of the small size containers. So I set one for pickup at Joann's, just one. I went and picked it up and was I had gotten that, and I already had the first one. Okay, so I had picked up one of those already from Joann's to use for this project, and then realized, okay, what I actually want is a second one of these, where most of them are going to be in these small containers, and I'll put in a few large, but I didn't have enough of the small containers to do that. Anyway, so I, had gone on the Joann's website. It said that one of these other Joann's had it in stock. It said that it had 2 in stock, actually. And so I drove to the store, which was half an hour, 35 minutes away from me. And it had said they had 2 in stock. And I scoured that store. I asked for help. We could not find them anywhere. So I said, okay, all right. I drove like over half an hour here, but it's okay. It's all right. I look in the app, and there's another store that is 25 minutes away. It's the closest store I could find that said it had one in stock. I didn't have, time to use order pickup. I didn't use order pickup the first time either because I thought I'm not going to need it. So I thought it's okay. All right, I'll drive 20 minutes to the other store. I'll be able to get it, go home, finish changing over how I want this kitted up, and just have this done. And so I drove 20 minutes to the second Joann's, pulled into the parking lot, got out of my car and went to walk in, and a woman is on the curb and looks over at me, and she said, "The power's out in the store." And I was like, "What?" Like, the power's out in this Joann's. And I was like, are you really? I said, do they know that it's going to be back on? She said, not before noon. I was like, great. It was like 11:15, 11:30. I was starving. Like, I had dropped Micah off at school and then gone to straight to the first Joann's. We had scoured the store. That took like half an hour. Didn't find the thing I needed. Drove 20 minutes to the second store, which was in the opposite direction of home. They didn't have they had a power outage, so I couldn't go in there. And I was like, oh man, I'm having an Alexander day, aren't I? This was yesterday. This was Monday. Yesterday. Holy cow, that feels like so long ago. It's been a really long week. So I was just like, whatever, I'm going to figure out another solution. I'm just going home. I'll just order one from Amazon and just deal with it. I could have ordered one from Amazon to begin with, but I just wanted to have it like ASAP because I wanted to finish kitting that up because I want to start working on it. So I didn't get what I needed. Amazon said that the set was not going to be here until Friday. I ordered this yesterday. It said it was going to be here on Friday. It showed up today, Tuesday. Go figure. I could have waited a day. Like, anyway. So I decided I really want to finish kitting this up. I want to film the conclusion, like the outro of my kitting up video so that I can share that with you guys soon. So I decided, okay, there's a bunch of tiny containers that I'm using to kit up Celestial Dreams right now. Why don't I be super extra and move all the ones that are in tiny containers for this kit into like Harbor Freights and larger containers just for now, and then I'll move it back once I get the other tiny containers in. But then I'll free up a bunch of tiny containers that I can use for the Josephine wall kit. I know this was so ridiculous and so extra, especially considering the level of stress it was causing me. I am stubborn to a fault where I'm like, I just want to get this thing done. I will do whatever I have to, no matter how ridiculous it is, just to get done this thing that I have in my head that needs to be done. But that, honestly, as silly as it sounds, like that whole process, because it took so much time, and I wasted an entire morning driving around to these different Joann's and came home with absolutely nothing to show for it. I was just bummed. Like, it was really frustrating. I know it's such a first world problem. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, I think I was already sort of feeling frustrated and hurt about the negativity that I've been feeling here in comments and on my channel lately. And normally I have what I feel like is a pretty thick skin and can just sort of let these kinds of situations just roll right off and be like, well, that was silly of them. Like, I mean, I just joked in my live with Bev on Sunday. I was joking with her about how, like, negative comments don't tend to bother me, and I actually will most of the time just leave them up as almost just sort of a little reminder to myself that I'm more than the negative comments that I get, and also just I don't know why I leave them up. I shouldn't. I should delete them. I normally don't respond to them either. I think it's easy to forget, because I've been guilty of doing this as well. I think it's easy to forget that content creators, like people that have YouTube channels, like gosh, this is gonna sound super cheesy, but like we're just regular people. Like, I am just a stay-at-home mom that does this craft to like relieve my anxiety and for and you know, I just have this channel like for the enjoyment of it, and for like the creative outlet that it gives me and the chance to feel like I'm doing a little bit with my days and I have something outside of my identity as a mom. It's, it's a weird balance, I feel like. Because I feel like an obligation to, I don't know, like I'm providing a service in a way as a content creator, but at the same time, it's like I'm just a person. Like, please be kind, give people the benefit of the doubt and assume the best in them. And I try to even do that with the people that have been unkind to me. And it's when there's a pattern of behavior that I call it out. I'm like, hey, this is like, I've given you grace. Like, I have been kind and patient in the way that I've spoken to you and treated you, but like, that doesn't give you the license to just treat me however you feel like without me being able to say something. I'm going to move on from this because I feel like I just have turned this into a huge gripe session, and I'm really sorry about that. This is not something that I normally do. And I really apologize. You guys know that I'm normally the person that's much more level and upbeat and just very cool, calm, collected. But I don't know why. This week just kind of has felt like a lot. Anyway, let's move on from that. And thank you for listening in advance. I appreciate you. All this to say, so I have the Josephine wall is fully kitted up. I haven't had the chance to record my little outro video yet, but I will. My Diamond Art Club Spirit of Flight is scheduled to come on Friday. I hope that doesn't change because I want to film that unboxing and share it with you guys as quickly as I can. I'm not going to work on both those kits at the same time. My goal is to finish the Josephine wall. They're both Josephine walls. The Diamond Painting Deutschland one first, since I feel like that's the bigger project. And then, I'll take a break if I need to take a breather, and then do the Diamond Art Club one, which I think will go faster because it only has 66 colors. Let me give you some updates on family things. So thank you so much for all of the kind words last week with me prepping for me gearing up for Connor's birthday and Micah having his first day of preschool. I have been feeling all of your positive thoughts and prayers and whatnot because Micah has been loving school and acting like it's just the easiest, no big deal thing in the world. And I'm so happy about it. I love that I'm familiar with this school. It's the same special ed. It's the same school that Connor did his special ed preschool program at. Micah's in a different class, but it's a pair of teachers that work together all the time. So Connor had the one teacher and Micah has the other. Micah's loving it. In fact, yesterday, Monday, I was worried that he might have a hard time like going back after a weekend at home where we were, together all day for 2 days. And so I, got him out of the car and like we walked up to his class, and there's an aide that basically I think is like on Micah duty like when I drop him off, because the first few days he just wanted to like run, like he's that kid that always needs to be on the move. And so basically there's like an aide that like as soon as Micah arrives, like she's the one that's like, okay, I got him. Grabs his hand and he'll hold her hand and let her lead him like in, so he doesn't run off the sidewalk or anything like that, but walks back to the class. So this same aide, came up to us on Monday, and Micah just went and reached for her hand. And then I, again, because I was nervous that Micah was going to have a tough time, I knelt down in front of Micah, like gave him a big hug, and I was like, you're going to have such a great day, buddy. I love you so much. Have fun at school, and I'll see you after school. I'll pick you up after school. And he just like, I was holding his hand and the aide was holding his hand as I was doing this. And he just like dropped my hand and turned away, like, and started kind of tugging with the aide to be like, okay, can we go? Like, and I thought, Okay. I guess I don't have as much to be worried about. He's like, yeah, mom, like, bye. He's not, talking, but I could read what he was saying non-verbally just fine. Like, mom, okay, I'm at school. Like, don't embarrass me. Like, I got stuff to do. Bye. So that's a relief, actually, that he is clearly like really enjoying school. And that makes me happy. I really, really hope that it helps with his speech and just with his like social emotional skills and all of that. Really, really grateful for that program. Connor had a really, really good birthday. We got cupcakes and he, loved that. He basically only really wants to eat the icing and the sprinkles on top. Like, he's not into the cake itself. Whatever, kid, like, live your best life. Micah will finish whatever you don't eat. But he's been really, really, really into cement mixers lately. Everything is cement mixers. Like, all construction vehicles are cool, but like cement mixers are where it's at. So I had gotten him a book that was just a really, really basic book that was just about cement mixers. And that's like been his favorite book. That's his book that he's wanted to read every single night since he got it, basically. And he had also requested a functional cement mixer, like a mixer that actually dumps cement, not like real cement, but you know what I mean, like that has like the tank or whatever that like actually spins, then actually has a way to pour stuff out of it. And so we had found like a Play-Doh version of one, which he's really into, and then like a larger one that I think is technically a beach toy. But bless you. We had a very eventful weekend on Saturday, actually. Adam's ears often have issues. That's where Micah gets it from. And, pretty frequently Adam will just say like, oh, my ear's bothering me. And then, a few days later it clears up. Well, that happened, but it didn't clear up. And I came downstairs on Saturday morning to Adam laying on the couch with an ice pack pressed to his one ear, and his face was like visibly swollen to me. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna get the kids dressed and we're going to urgent care. Like, oh my gosh, I need to go to urgent care. So he has a really nasty outer ear infection. Like, he had to get like a shot of pain medication because it was so bad. And he's on like heavy antibiotics and everything now, but that took up like all of our Saturday morning. And I think he's finally convinced to go see an ENT this week because I'm trying not to be a nag, but I've been telling him for a while, like, having regular ear issues is not normal. Like, you should go to an ENT. So, that was our weekend and our week, but yep, the kids are doing pretty well. It's nice to have a few hours to myself in the mornings, but I also feel like I'm running around a lot because the kids are going to 2 different schools because of the different special ed programs that they're in that best fit like their needs. And the school schedules are staggered a bit. Like, Connor starts earlier than Micah and ends later than Micah. And so it feels like I take Micah to school. I just really, if I run any errands and by the time I get home, like, I might have an hour to an hour and a half to myself, which is not nothing. Like, I'm not complaining about that at all. But it doesn't feel like a ton of time. And I was really grumpy about it yesterday when I literally just wasted my entire morning like on this wild goose chase to different Joann's trying to find this silly like set of storage containers to use for my Josephine wall. But it is nice. I feel like I'm settling into a little bit of a rhythm. I'll probably settle into a routine, like just in time for them to get out for summer. And then like the summer school schedule looks different from their regular school schedule. So it's all gonna be an adjustment. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, we'll see. The summer is gonna be interesting. We're gonna get to see a lot of family, which will be nice. And I think we're gonna be doing sort of a last minute, I think we're gonna be going to Disney World in August. I need to work with Micah on like wearing a mask though, because he will not tolerate a mask to save his life. But if we want to take him on a plane and go into Disney World, like right now, they need to be wearing masks. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. That's, to be fair, that's probably that's probably a source of some of my stress this past weekend too. Because I always get stressed about traveling with kids. Though the older they get, the easier it really does get to travel with them. So I'm hoping that Micah will be okay to fly 5.5 hours. 6 hours? I don't know. It'll be fun. Anyone live near Disney World? Want to come and say hi? Anyway, as far as what else to expect this week, I finally got in my diamonds, my drills from Cooper Diamond Art. That's where I sourced my drills from for my Crown Jewel Heaven and Earth Designs kits. I've talked about Crown Jewel in my most recent Old Masters video, the one where I talked about all the different, not all the different companies, but like a number of different companies that offer pre-packaged kits that fit the Old Masters theme. And I kind of gave an honorary mention to Crown Jewel and Heaven and Earth Designs. Anyway, I've had my Crown Jewel canvases for a while, but it takes a little bit longer for Cooper to send out the drills because they have to get them in and then process them and all that. Anyway, so they came in, and so I did an unboxing where I unboxed the canvases as well as the diamonds and talked about that whole process. But one of those kits is for the Old Masters event, and you guys will hear me cracking up. Like I had the giggles for I feel like a minute because the kit that I chose to do for the Old Masters event is like a cropped in version of the original artwork. It's literally like 21 by 25 centimeters. It's so small. This little kit has 90 colors. And it's so little. This is, I think, really common with them actually. But I just thought it seems like this is the same ratio of drills to square centimeter, like different colors, as like the Josephine Wall kit. I don't even know how to kit that kit up because like I feel like I'd kit it up and then have it done in 2 days. I have a couple of different ideas of how I'm gonna approach that, but it did not come in Ziploc baggies. It came in those tiny little bags that have like 200 drills each in them that are pre-sealed, so you have to cut them open. I don't know. I have some different ideas, but I just thought, well, I guess this might not be like the super easy quick canvas after all. But I'm excited to share that unboxing with you guys. I think that may be the video that I go ahead and put up on Friday. If I'm feeling brave, I might put up the kitting up video for the Josephine Wall. Let me know if you have a strong preference. Would you rather see me kitting up the Josephine Wall on Friday, or that video, or the unboxing of my Crown Jewel Designs and Cooper Diamond Art kits? Also, like, this may all go out the window with my Diamond Art Club version of Spirit of Flight comes in sooner than Friday, because otherwise that unboxing will go up on Saturday. Anyway, that's kind of the schedule for the week, the loose schedule for the week, but I think I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go because I've been talking to you for a while. I just want to say thank you, especially if you made it all the way to the end, and stuck through kind of that unloading or event session that I had there at the beginning. I mean, if you've been here for a while, you know that's not really something that I typically do, but I guess I just needed to get it out of my system, and I hope that you will hear where my heart was at with that. Yeah. Anyway, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, what should we do this time? If you made it all the way to the end of the video, why don't you pick some sort of bird emoji? There's different birds, right? Yeah, some kind of bird emoji in honor of Spirit of Flight. Or a butterfly would work too, because there's butterflies in Spirit of Flight as well. Some kind of creature that flies. Let's go with that. We didn't get a whole lot done on the kit itself. We got a couple of these little baubles filled in with some ABs. Those need to pop down. The stroll quality is pretty good on this kit, actually. But we'll see next week. Maybe I'll work on the Josephine wall with you guys in my WIP and Chat. That would be fun. I'm excited to get into that kit. I just need just a little bit of time before I start it. I want to make sure I'm actually excited to start it when I do, because I forced myself through kitting up as quickly as possible, completely burnt myself out, and yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want that to be the theme of this kit. I want to enjoy it. Anyway, again, end of the video. Let me know what you were working on. Leave a bird emoji. Let me know how you're doing. And thank you for listening to this a little bit more emotional WIP and Chat today. I really, really, really hope that you have a wonderful week. It's Wednesday, so you've almost, you're at the halfway point. You can make it. You can make it. The weekend will be here soon. Like I said, I hope you're all doing really, really well. I'm thinking of you and appreciate you. And I will talk to you again soon. All right. Bye, friends.